You are now listening to the Bickering Brothers Podcast.
Yo, what's going on? This is the Bickering Brothers Podcast. If you're tuning in right now, it's the second episode. My name is Akhil.
And it's your boy Sephus. We're glad to have you guys back, and let's get into it.
Yes.
So, Akhil, how's your weekend, dog?
It was good, man. Oh my goodness. I like this whole being natural. I want everybody to know how we are.
I feel like you're forcing it, dog.
I know, I am.
I asked you
I'm
how
sorry.
I asked you
I'm
how
just
your
a little
weekend
nervous.
was, and you said
I'm just a little nervous. I'm just a little nervous.
I love
say merch man again.
merch man, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
me.
me.
merch man, yeah, that's me. Ha. Bro, I'm telling you, that's gonna be my theme song, bro. I'm about to get a cape, low key. It's gonna say merch man on the back.
You should. You're basically running
That
the
should
whole
be
merch
fire.
for us.
I'm telling
right
you,
now.
I got it, bro.
I know.
Anything y'all need, hit me up. You know what it is. So sophisticated. SO_SEPHUSTICATED. Look at me,
Bro,
boy.
they lose you every time when
I
you
don't
get
give a
past
fuck.
the U, bro.
You know
Stop
why?
it.
You know why? Because I got it right here. Woo! You wasn't ready for that.
All right, bro.
But
so, yeah,
all right. So back to your weekend.
Yes.
Actually, answer my question now. How was your weekend?
My
bro?
weekend was pretty good. I tried to chill back for a little bit because I've been spending a lot of money. I just got paid, and my biggest problem
Ain't
is
that a
that I
fact?
spend immediately as soon as I get paid.
Ain't
So
that
I'm
a
like,
fucking
fuck
fact?
it, I could buy something real quick. You know, that's what happened with the iMac.
Yo.
As soon as I got paid, bought the iMac.
Yo, honestly,
my
that
entire
only happens
paycheck
to
went
me-
away.
That only happens to me on the 15th and 30th. You know why? Because as soon as I get up, I always check my emails, right? Then I get that direct deposit email from PNC.
No, you know what's
could probably
worse?
buy lunch today.
No,
You
think
know what
about
I'm
it.
saying?
Think about it. Today's the 15th, right?
Today
Like,
is today is the 15th.
So technically, I'm supposed to get paid today, but if it's jumped on a Sunday, it
gets-
hits you on a Friday.
Yep.
So I was going to
The
lunch
previous
and I
business
checked
day.
my thing and I'm like, yo, I only got $6, but damn, this Chick-fil-A is $6.50. I don't know if I can make it. I checked my shit, $17.38.
Bro, it don't even be like that for me, bro. I'll literally go to Chipotle, right? I'll be in the line and they'll be like, "You want guac?"
All right, stop. First of all, how much is your Chipotle when you get it? How
Like,
much?
normally?
Yes. How much is
With
it?
no extra fixings or like my Josephus special.
No extra it fixes.
Oh, then I'm just like 7 something, whatever, like the
Not in New
regular
York,
chicken
but
bowl.
it's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. It's $10
With
in
no
New York,
extra stuff?
With no extra shit.
Just a
But
chicken bowl?
But here's a good tip for everybody, by the way. Oh, we should introduce everybody that's in this podcast. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah,
I am
we
so
did
sorry.
the homies
That's
wrong.
yeah,
We
I'm
did
so sorry.
the homies
I'm so
wrong.
sorry. They even got it. We gave these guys a mic,
whole
by the way.
microphone.
We gave them a whole microphone so
microphone.
they can say what's up. By the way, you guys haven't met him yet, haven't heard him yet, but we have Hamza here. What's his title real quick? Cephus, you know this better than
Hamza
I do.
is our lead marketing and branding exec. We just gonna make it exec. You know what I'm saying?
Exec.
We're gonna speak it into fruition.
Executive, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
He makes the executive
Let's pull up.
decisions.
We're gonna pull up his name and his social
His
media
at,
stuff
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah. Say what's up, Hamza.
What
And
it
then
do,
who's next?
baby?
Let's
Yes,
go.
yes. And then we have Josh. You guys know Josh. He's our videographer and editor. He's amazing. He makes all this shit work. He's the one that makes
sir.
this shit look professional.
Woo.
Okay.
What it do?
Yes.
What it do, baby?
Yes. All right. So we're
Merch
grateful
man,
for these
merch
two
man,
guys
yeah,
sitting
that's
with us.
me.
Sadly, we don't have Lacey with us. She's a little busy today, but that's okay. She's gonna be here next week. I know you guys miss her beautiful face and her beautiful voice. All right.
It's funny because they've actually never seen her.
They've
beautiful
never
face.
seen Lacey, but,
unless
you
they
know,
know who Lacey is.
We'll just pop like a picture right here. Or
Yeah,
something.
fact. We gotta put the picture where she's like this.
But
Yes.
Okay, real quick before we get into it, Chipotle. Smartest thing to do: get extra brown rice or rice, whatever. Get extra rice. Get both beans, and then whatever else you get after that, it's normal. You don't get charged extra if you get extra rice and both beans. By the
But
way,
what if you don't want extra beans though? Can I just refrain?
it's free, boy. You better get it. I'm
Yeah,
just
but that
saying.
shit
If
is
you don't
beef.
like black beans, you better start getting black beans because it's free.
See, I'm a pinto guy, and that black beans just making me. I be getting the bubble guts, bro. And that's
It's
not good for
Should
me.
not have shared that information. I don't
I'm
care
saying,
about
like,
you
you
and
know,
your feces, bro.
Yeah, it's just it's not good. You ever have chemistry class and you drop something wrong in like sulfuric acid? It's,
That's you after fucking
No,
black beans.
yeah.
Why are you racist against black beans? What you got against black beans?
I'm just
Why
saying,
you like the lighter colored beans?
It's not that
boy?
I'm even racist.
Can we address this? Why is Cephus
okay,
like only
okay.
the pinto beans?
It's funny. You coming at me right now?
I'm coming at your whole life.
I've already attacked this
You look
question
like you
before.
only pandering to the pinto beans.
Peep. You ready? You ready? It's cannibalism. You know why? Listen, don't break in. I can't eat black beans or dark chocolate because one, I'm black and I'm
you feel
dark.
like you're eating yourself.
I feel like I'm eating myself as my own people. I can't
is
eat
the
dark
dumbest excuse I
I'm
have
just
ever
saying, bro.
That is the
dark
dumbest excuse
chocolate,
I've ever
Dark
heard.
chocolate and dark beans aren't good for dark people. It's science.
Oh my god.
Look it up. Look it up, bro.
Oh god. All right. Anyways, let's jump into the main topic, please.
Just saying.
And I know this is something that we could actually bicker about because I would love to hear what you think about this first topic, okay? If
Let's
anybody
go.
doesn't know, today is September 15th. In 5 days, we have the new iPhone coming out. Particularly, there's 3 new iPhones coming out. Do you know them, by the way? It's like iPhone.
It's the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Pro, and the iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Damn, would you
So
study
the
this shit
iPhone
before
11
you started the
Pro.
podcast?
No reason because like I personally like big phones, right? I have the 8 Plus right now. I can't do just the 11 Pro, so I was like, do they have a bigger phone? Because the 11 Pro I think is like, I don't know the specs right now, but it's like 5 inches.
I know the prices.
I think it's like 5 inches.
That's the only thing I care about.
I can't do that, bro.
11 Pro. No, what is it? 11 or 11 Pro?
There's the 11, then there's the 11 Pro,
and then 11 Pro Max. So
right.
11 is starting at like $699, which
Right.
is cool. It's still a lot, but it's cool. It's affordable. 11 Pro is like $999, and then 11 Pro Max is $1099.
Yep.
And Josh just pulled it up right now so we can look at it.
Right.
Can we? Let's talk about this real quick.
Right.
Okay, the price is there. It's $1099. By the way, this is before you get any extra stuff. By extra stuff, I mean if you want the 256 gigs, 512 gigs, etc. So they're already fucking you.
I don't need
Let's
that
go.
much- that
Josh,
much
go back
memory,
to the
though.
top, please. Let's talk about this. If anybody doesn't know, I have trypophobia. Okay, if you guys don't know what trypophobia is, it's the fear of holes. And I remember the first time I ever saw this was on Twitter, and there was like a picture of like a hand, and it had like holes all over it. And I don't want, and yeah, I have. Oh God, I don't want to look at this shit. It's so disgusting,
Bro, it's
last
literally
night.
not even
Oh
that
my
bad.
God, son, I don't
Relax.
know. No, it's fucking disgusting. Oh, dude, that's so nasty.
The reason
Ew, dude.
reason why I don't think it's so bad is because it's clearly photoshopped. You
No,
know what
I
mean?
know, but that's the
It's
nasty
clear-
part about
like,
it.
bro. If you have
Ew,
this, if you
bro,
have this on
fuck.
your finger, a doctor can't even help you, bro. You need to go to God.
I don't want the
Like,
doctors to
that's
even look
like-
at that. If I was a doctor,
Come on, bro.
think about it. Stop.
This is the definition
Oh
of
my
herpaganosyphilase.
God, bro.
You ever heard?
Put it away.
You ever
please.
hear of herpaganosyphilase?
Yo,
That's what
shit-
that is.
That shit makes my skin crawl. So last night, right, I was at the bar.
Yeah.
I was with my boy Gabe, and his girl was there, Amanda. I was with Shady too, right? So I'm telling Amanda about trypophobia, and she's like, "Is that a real thing?" I'm like, "Yes, it's a real thing. Go
Okay.
look it up." So she takes my phone, uses it, and then she's like just looking concentrated on my phone, and I'm like talking to Shady and Gabe, and I'm not minding her, but I'm looking at her. I'm like, okay, she knows I don't like this shit, and it scares me. Not scares me, but it bothers me. It makes my skin crawl. So I know she's gonna do something, right? Gives my phone back. I don't notice anything. I'm like, cool. It's just my messages. Whatever. I close it. I look up something to show Shady. My wallpaper is the hand of trypophobia shit.
Yo.
And then I was like, I try to delete it, right? And I go to my homepage. It's in the back too, behind the apps, bro.
Yo, it's
I
really
couldn't
not
do
that bad
this.
though. It's really not that bad.
Oh
dog.
my God.
What
it's
is
so
all right,
disgusting.
let's do this right now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be a psychologist right now, Dr. Seif. We're gonna break this down. What is your issue with holes?
No, I don't. Dude, it's not something
You
that I
have
can
many
explain.
holes on your face.
I have my nostrils, my ears.
You
my
like
mouth,
holes. You like specific holes.
Okay.
We ain't gonna talk about those holes.
But that's only 2 holes that I like out of the 3 holes that a beautiful woman that has. Not the anal. I don't like the anal. But
Depends on how, what you constitute as holes.
see, you're a weirdo. Okay, we can talk about it. You're a weirdo. You be like,
Hey, relax.
All right.
Relax.
Anyways, look. The trypophobia thing, I don't know what it is. That doesn't bother me because that's not real like
To me-
trypophobia. It's
to
just
me-
3 holes. But
Right.
they obviously made Photoshop of this.
If I'm being
and
more-
memes
right.
of them filling up the entire phone with holes. That bothered me.
If
That is
anything, bro,
disgusting.
it looks like a stovetop. I mean, if anything, it doesn't really mess with me. If anything, you know what I'm saying? I'll put my pasta right there, you feel me? I'll put my Alfredo sauce right there, and I'll have my Cajun shrimp, you know?
and then that's the
marinated.
light. That's the light.
No, yeah, that's the light. You know, that's the fan right here. So, like, I'm good.
All right, you know what? In that case, I feel so much better about this iPhone. My
That's how you got to look at it. Stovetop.
just cook your shit on the iPhone.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Just
All right.
flip that.
Anyway, so look, people, they got this new iPhone coming out. It's coming out September 20th. There's 3 new models, right? The 11, the 11 Pro, the 11 Pro Max.
Yep.
So, Josh, can you please just pull up like the different specs to compare what these things do? So, I watched the Apple event, right? The thing was like an hour long. Skip to the most important parts, which is 3 things. They're coming out with an iPad. They're coming out with the new Watch Series 5, and they're coming out with this iPhone. They're
Right.
coming out with those 3 models, right?
Right.
So all I can say is for the watch, you wear watches? I don't like my watches. If you guys can see my watch, can I show? If you guys can see my watch, I wear this freaking $15 Casio calculator watch. Okay, I use it. It helps a lot when I need to make tips. All right, when I'm at a restaurant. But that's about
You
it.
know, I'm Apple Watch gang all day. It's
I
funny.
had-
This is my first Apple Watch.
I had the watch. Okay, I bought my dad a watch for Christmas, and then I used it. Okay, so like,
Time out. We're just gonna run that back. He bought his dad a watch that was really for him.
Hey, look, he buys me cologne. He uses it too. So like, yo, come on, bro.
That's
We
not the
gotta be
same
sharing
as using
something.
a watch.
So,
He got 3 spritz. You
But
got all
okay.
day. Come on, boy.
But I realized that he doesn't really use it anyway for this
Right.
same reason. I used it only for one thing, is to check my fitness and stuff, right?
So my question is, you said, are you gonna get this or are you not gonna get
I'm
it?
not getting this shit.
Why not?
I have the 10. It does what it needs to do. I can text people. I could call people. I could go on my social medias to post Bickering Brothers content, and I can watch porn. That's it. I don't need a freaking big-ass phone to be doing anything else.
Great point.
The porn?
The display on this phone,
But I get it.
you're going to be able to see pores, my guy. Pores. You know what I'm saying?
Trypophobia?
Hey, they're going to be good pores, though. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so look.
But I think I'm going to cop the Midnight Green iPhone Pro 11 Max.
It's like a cool military green.
I like it. I like it. And I'm all about the, like,
But
the off
can
colors,
we,
like
but
the
can
red.
we talk about what's really apparent?
What do you mean?
The fact that this iPhone doesn't really give you anything.
No.
Okay, so they have the i11 Pro comes with 2 cameras. One camera is a regular 12 megapixel camera.
Mm-hmm.
The second camera, or 12 megapixel wide camera. The other one is an ultra wide.
Right.
So if I'm taking a shot for you here, I could actually press a button and it pops out all the way back when I'm standing near the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. They say that the 11 Pro has like 4 hours more than the 10. It's got the 11 Pro Max got 5 hours. I don't care about the battery life because when I'm at work, my shit's always charging.
That was my
when
point,
I'm on the
too.
go, my shit's always charging.
That was my thing too, and I'm like, there's no phone that I can own right now that's gonna last me 24 hours. The amount of podcasts that
Is
I
that what
listen
they
to,
say?
the amount
Is that
of,
what they said?
They said
said
it's gonna last
you 24 hours.
I mean, because the
Bullshit.
10s is supposed to last you 20 hours, and they said
That
it's
shit don't last
supposed to
me
be. Listen, so
Bro.
they said it's supposed to last between 4 and 5 hours more than the 10s, which would make
That's
it
bullshit,
24 to
bro.
25. Bro, I listen to Joe Rogan, the brilliant idiot.
You started listening to Joe Rogan?
Bro, I've been listening to Joe Rogan.
Shut the fuck up.
Breakfast
I've been
Club.
asking you this every time. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get to it.
No, I listen to Joe Rogan. I just don't listen to like every episode because they're like 2 hours long. But I've been listening to Joe Rogan like since like Neil deGrasse Tyson and all that. I've been listening to that.
Okay.
But the thing is, these are hour-long shows, plus my music.
Hey, you know what's
plus
happening
social
while I'm
media.
watching these shows?
That's
my
not-
shit's charging.
Oh, my shit's
I'm not just on the go just listening to this shit
Or
and
I'm
it
on
lets
the go.
it die.
How are you charging like on the bus?
I have my portable charger.
Oh,
shit.
see, I don't got time for all that extra shit.
But the thing is, I don't have to use that portable charger all the time. It's
Well,
charged all the time and it's ready to go. But I'm always charging.
So wait,
when I'm at
which
work.
one is it, Akhil? Is it that your phone is always charging, or is it that it's always ready to charge?
So here's the thing: when I'm majority of the time work days, I'm always at work, so it's always charging, right? But the thing is, when I'm on the
'Cause you're
go,
always
I
at your
don't
desk?
use my phone that much for it to be dying anyway. I don't remember the last time in the work day, like maybe weekends, right? Whatever. I'm always like. But I don't remember the last time when my phone was like 9% and I'm like, shit, where do I go to get this charge? I
Yesterday.
don't run into that problem.
Yesterday,
Why?
my phone was about to die.
Boy, that sounds like a you problem.
No, it definitely is a me problem because I don't have portable. I don't want a
Oh, and that's what you
clunky.
think this is perfect for.
I don't want a clunky portable charger on my phone every 5 minutes, and I'm also in a lab all day, so I don't have the luxury of charging my phone at
So
all
why
times.
don't you get like the Apple battery case thing?
Because, like I said, I don't want a clunky phone.
Oh, right.
That's the thing. I don't want
not
all
that
of that.
clunky. It's not-
It is pretty
it's not that
clunky,
clunky.
bro. That shit adds at least 2 ounces to your phone.
Hamza, can you chime in for a second, please? First of all, is there ever a time when your phone is about to die?
Absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
Y'all bugging.
I'm gonna bring up a point, right? And I've worked in the mobile industry for like about 4 or 5 years, and
See if you can pull the mic closer a little bit.
there's never
Yeah.
been a moment where my phone's dying. I mean, in today's day and age, we're attached to our phones.
That's what I'm
Come
saying.
on.
But that's what I'm saying, though. So wouldn't that make it more of an argument that it's going to die because you're attached to it and you're always on social media, you're always looking at things, you're always listening to things.
But you're always charging it.
But why are you always charging it? Because we're a generation that's always on the go. So if you're not like an
Okay,
Akhil
think
that's
of-
carrying portable chargers all the time,
Okay.
your phone is very likely to
When
die.
I'm in the car, it's charging. When I'm at work, it's charging. When I'm at home, it's charging.
Charging.
It's the only time. Okay, the only time I could really think off the top of my head
when
where
you're
it's
at
not
a
charging.
when you're at a bar, when you're
But I'm not using
Oh,
it.
you're
I'm
not
talking
using
to
your
people.
phone. Yeah, you gotta
I'm talking to
socialize.
people. I don't gotta be using my damn
Yeah,
phone.
okay, I get that.
Fine, this
Okay.
might apply to like teenagers or
Right.
something who are always on their phones.
you're at where you got to understand that not everybody lives your job. I'm not at my desk at all times.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when I'm using my phone, if I'm sometimes out of my building. So I can't just be charging. I'm not always in my car or at my desk where there are chargers for me to charge my phone.
Right.
I'm using my phone on the go as I'm walking to meetings and walking from lab to lab. So throughout the day, when I'm away from my desk, my phone is going to die. For example, if you're in real estate, like one of my close friends, he's always going from house to house to house.
Right.
He doesn't go back to his headquarters until he's ready to check out. So he's not charging his phone throughout the day. And those are the people that I'm talking to.
But that's the thing.
Because
like,
battery life doesn't matter to you because you charge your phone, right? You guys charge your phone on like a very periodic basis. But for the people that don't charge their phone that often, battery life is a huge thing.
Right.
But those are the same people that are buying those battery cases because they know it's important for their business, right? They're not gonna
Right.
pull a Cephus and say it's too clunky.
However,
They're
another
gonna
thing is,
say,
are those
But
people on their?
But they're forced to buy those battery packages because the battery life isn't good. So if you have a better battery life, why add something more to your phone? When
battery
you don't need
life decreases. It's science.
that's the thing. After
Well, it does.
a year,
No
they got
matter
that phone,
what.
that's just gonna go
to?
down.
Of course, okay, that's just a different topic
Right.
altogether. But
Yeah.
I just feel like it's great. Battery life is always better.
Another thing that I noticed about this new iPhone is like they came up with this really stupid term, which I know is not gonna run. It's not gonna work well. They're calling it slow fees. Have you heard of this term?
Slow fees.
Yeah, it's so stupid. So they're saying like because now like the front facing camera has like slow mo and you can do slow mo with front face, which if you really think about it, aside from the fact that they're calling it slow fees,
in what sense? Can you elaborate?
like you know how when I
if I'm
take a
taking
video of you and I
Okay.
just do slow mo and it slows it down, you could do that with your front facing. So you could take a selfie while making a slow mo. My thing is, who is gonna do that? Like, what are you gonna do with a selfie to make it slow mo?
There's such a small amount of times where I'm like, damn, I wish I
Are
could
you gonna
make this
like? Are you gonna be
selfie
like,
slow-mo.
and then
Right.
like it just like slow? I'm not watching. If you send me that shit, I'm not watching it.
Yeah,
You eating food or some stupid
Yeah,
shit. Like
or
I don't
some
need to see
ASMR
that.
type shit? Like,
ASMR, some stupid shit. But aside from that, they had like they're saying it's the toughest glass on a smartphone. I would want.
over
You know
it,
what?
dog.
I would love to see you drop that phone from head length.
I'm gonna just let you know now. Spoiler alert! I'm not gonna be doing.
That's what I'm
that.
saying. I'm not trusting that shit.
I don't know if the iPhone like you have, what is it, the 10 or some shit? Or
I have the
There's a
10.
10S,
I just
yeah.
have the 10.
does it? I know it shoots 4K, but this is random thing. This shoots at 60 frames.
60
I don't think
frames,
mine
yeah.
shoots at
Which is-
60
that's the
frames.
difference.
But the
OD,
thing is,
that's OD for 4K.
you're not going to want to do that unless you have
Yeah.
like a 512 gigabyte phone because do you know how much memory takes up a 4K video at 30 frames per second?
Yeah, I get
Think
that.
of a
but you
10-minute
could
video
you
that's
could
like
always have a
freaking
hard
6
drive.
gigs.
You could always have a hard drive because you're not going to be editing your video on your phone anyway. So as soon as you're done, just airdrop it.
That is true.
You know what I mean? That's
I
an
don't know,
easy
man.
fix.
You're not even gonna be able to see a 4K TV because most people or 4K video. Most people don't have a 4K TV to watch.
Exactly,
true. That's very
exactly.
true.
That's
Or
for
a
the
monitor,
people that are
right?
into it. That's
Right.
just the hype.
No,
Yeah.
that's very
It's
true.
It'd be nice.
I mean, I'm done with Apple. To be completely honest,
Yeah.
like the only reason I'm gonna get it is because I have an 8 Plus.
I'm not
and
getting
I wanna
that shit.
upgrade.
I'm not getting that
You
shit.
have a 10, so it doesn't really make sense for you to. But I have an 8, so
There's
I'm like,
nothing.
I'm
There's
gonna go
no
up and do
beneficial
it.
value that comes to me for getting that iPhone.
you have a
and I'm
10.
still paying off my old phone. So
You have a 10.
whatever.
You literally just got it, probably.
All right, let's actually move on to a real crisis that's going on aside from this trypophobia on an iPhone.
That's your crisis, bro. that sounds like a you thing.
All right, so they got this there's a vaping crisis going on. E-cigarettes, vaping, all of this stuff. So Donald Trump came on and he's trying to put a ban on e-cigarettes, right?
Well, more specifically, he's trying to put a ban on flavored e-cigarettes.
Flavored
Anything that
e-cigarettes.
does not taste like tobacco.
all these jewels that people are using,
Mango,
these vapes, there's
cucumber.
cucumber, mint.
Things that are
all
things that
stuff,
attract
right.
kids. Fruit
Right, of
punch.
course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it attracts everybody, right? Nobody really wants. If you have options for
That's
a flavored e-cigarette, you're not getting
Nobody wants
plain.
Virginia tobacco.
If you see mango vodka and you see strawberry vodka, you getting plain.
You're right, you're right.
Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is really funny because this is CNN News.
We're not
and they
finna
talk
watch this
about
whole 8-minute
No,
video,
we're
right?
we're gonna only watch the first 10 seconds because
I was
Trump
about
says
to
some really
say.
stupid shit. Trump says a lot of dumb shit, right? But Trump says something particularly dumb as to why this is a vaping crisis. Go ahead.
So the Trump administration is now moving to ban flavored e-cigarettes. Why? Concern for children.
Why?
They're coming home and they're saying, "Mom, I want a vape."
Wait, stop. Go back. Go back and run that again.
Wait.
This idiot. Just go
Wait
ahead.
a
Yes,
second.
please.
Concern for children.
What are they saying?
They're coming home and they're saying, "Mom, I want a vape." And
Bro,
Pause,
that has
pause,
to
pause,
be
pause.
that has to be the title of this
Bro,
episode.
bro.
Mom, I want a vape.
Anybody watching this, I don't know if you got a kid. If you were a
You
kid
probably
when
a
you were
kid.
younger.
I don't know.
Have you ever in your life gone home and said, "Mom, I want a vape"? if I went up to my mom and I said I want to vape, I get slapped the
If I
smoke
went up
out
to
of
my
my
mom
system, bro.
and told her I wanted a vape, she'd probably be like, "What the fuck is that?
Yeah, right. They'd be like, what is
You
that?
want a what?
She'd be like, is that drugs?
Yeah, like you want to vaporize? You sick or something?"
I don't think that's how it goes, bro. I really don't think that's how it goes. I don't think
Mom,
I don't think
I want
kids.
to vape.
I don't think high school kids came home and they said, "Mom, I want to vape," and the
Yeah,
mom was
like-
like, "This has become a crisis."
Think about even if I was in this generation, I'm not going to my mom and asking her to buy me a Juul at the gas station, bro. Like, come on, let's be honest with ourselves. I'm just asking her for that quick 20, and I'm gonna go make my purchase. You feel me?
It's like, "Mom, there's an assembly, and then they saying that I gotta donate $20.
That's it.
And you go to the
You know what
gas
I'm saying?
station.
Mom, we selling chocolates. You know what I'm saying? Like something
Mom,
like
I want to
that.
buy chocolates.
I'm not
Right.
saying I want Juuls.
Oh god. So, anyways, we're not gonna play it, but that same guy, Chris Cuomo,
Cuomo,
right?
yeah.
So he was saying like, oh, like if there's 6 deaths that are linked to these e-cigarettes, right? Why? And Trump wants to like aggressively ban e-cigarettes and Juuls and flavored e-cigarettes, whatever. Why is that same rationale applied to? And as soon as I was watching it, I was like, cigarettes. Regular cigarettes, right? Chris Cuomo, he was like, why is that same rationale not applied to gun violence? I'm like, no, why would you tie e-cigarettes to gun violence?
I mean,
what kind of
because
idiot does that?
it's
That has
because
no
gun-
correlation.
It's because gun violence is such a huge topic in today's society.
Yeah, so that he
right?
just wanted to like kind of plug it in
anything.
there. That's it. He just wanted to
Anything
plug
that's
it in there.
considered an epidemic nowadays
Bro.
is going to be tied into that.
And the thing they fail to realize is that these 6 deaths that became this big epidemic and crisis was because there was people selling it in a black market. They were like they were making these e-cigarettes from home
Right,
with
and most of
ingredients
these-
that they bought off of Walmart,
Right, and most
or like
of these
Amazon. and
most
they're
of these
creating it.
e-cigarettes aren't even e-cigarettes. They're coming
not
from
retail.
they're coming from THC cartridges.
Right,
These are
that's
people that
another
are
thing.
trying to get high off of e-cigarettes, off the market e-cigarettes. Instead of you buying a Juul and using Juul pods, it's like you buying a Juul and getting Pablo Escobar pods and,
Right.
and putting them in your Juul and smoking them.
Right,
Now you're
exactly.
blaming Big Tobacco.
Right.
Which he clearly does not like.
Right.
So he's not going to be behind that.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah. So Hamza, can you explain that a little bit? He brought that up for a second of why Trump is so aggressively trying to ban e-cigarettes. Not only the fact that I thought it was mainly Melania Trump, right? Because Melania Trump, her son was like addicted to vaping or something. So to her, as a mother, also being the first lady, conveniently, was like, oh, I don't want my son doing this, so I'm going to ban it altogether so my son never gets a hold of this stuff.
Right.
But Hamza could go into it.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely cares about his love child. Obviously, who wouldn't, right?
Right.
But the main reason why is because he's backed by these big tobacco companies, right? And of these tobacco companies, I think 2 maybe support e-cigarettes because they're in that industry, they're in that market, so they're making money off of it.
Right.
But the big ones, right? I think maybe Marlboro and all the Newports,
Right.
all the ones that are not in the e-cigarette market,
Right.
They don't want e-cigarettes out there.
Oh,
That's
it's a competitor.
direct competition, right?
Right.
And they're 9 times out of 10, you're a manufacturer for tobacco. You're in the South. The South's heavily Republican,
Exactly.
heavily Trump supporters, right?
And they were
Trump
built
wants
on
those
the back.
votes.
They were built on the backs of tobacco sale.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The whole history of the South is built off the backs of tobacco sale.
Tobacco is dirt cheap in the
Exactly,
South.
exactly.
I lived in Chicago, $15 for a pack. You go to New York City, same prices. Anywhere in the East Coast, you're
Yeah.
paying around $10 for
Yeah.
a pack, right? Which is why they want money in cigarettes. They don't want e-cigarettes out.
But for example, if you go to West Virginia and you try to buy a pack of Marlboro 26s, you're literally paying $5.
Yeah. So I think another big problem with banning anything is it immediately creates a black market. So people are so scared about kids, going out and buying Juul pods, and then you ban it altogether. They're gonna try to get it from other means of sources,
Right.
and that could be even more dangerous. Because think about it: the 6 deaths that were linked to this vaping crisis were because of black market sellers. It was these guys creating it in their fucking homes and
Right.
selling it to kids. If you ban this altogether, then all these kids are gonna resort to that. And they're going to go and buy even more dangerous products that these teenagers are creating in their basement.
Dog,
And it's not regulated. It's nothing. So what do you think? What do you think is the best way to go about this? Banning the whole thing,
Dog.
or trying to regulate it and
you're
have
not-
some sort of strong?
If you're not going to ban actual cigarettes, if you're not going to ban the things that have been taking people's lives for hundreds of years, and you're going to start being gung-ho on e-cigarettes, that's bullshit to me. You know what it reminds me of? The war on drugs.
Right.
It's like you're trying to attack something not because of the morality behind it. You're only trying to attack it because of financial gains.
Yes.
Or you're only trying to attack it because of clout gains. That's bullshit to me.
Yeah.
If you're not trying to, if you want to do it, if you want to fix everything, just ban cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Altogether, ban tobacco. If you want to, make a huge stand on it, do that. If not, I don't want to hear it.
I think instead of banning it, they should
it.
just create clinics, create some sort of psychology clinics, create some sort of medical clinics that can help these kids on finding a better source of an alternate source for e-cigarettes. Find something else.
And it's literally just like all of these
It's
politicians.
stupid.
I like
it's
to
fucking
call it
stupid.
That's all it is. You know what I mean? Even like into the whole Democratic debate, right? All they're doing is bickering. It's what politicians do. They come up with tactics that they're never going to fulfill. They get your hopes up, and then nothing ever happens.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like this third Democratic debate. All they've been doing is going back and forth. And
you watched that?
Oh, yeah, I watched that.
You watched the whole 3 hours?
Yeah.
I did too.
Of course.
Paying for 3 hours.
I mean, there's no Republican debate. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, that's another point.
Can you explain that?
That's another point.
Is there no Republican
There's
debate?
no Republican debate because no one has stepped up to run against Trump. That's what's really pissing me off.
But they usually do, right? This is me being ignorant for a second. They
no.
obviously have do they not have
Think
a
about this.
Republican
Think
debate?
about this. There's already a president that's on the Republican side, right?
Yes.
Unless a Republican wants to take that spot, that's the only reason they would have a debate. So if no one comes up and they say that they want to be the face of the party,
there's no Republican that feels like they could do a better job than Trump.
no one that stepped
But
up.
there's
So
not-
hard to believe.
There's no Republicans or there are Republicans that like him, but a lot of Republicans don't like Trump.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what's kind of confusing me. It's because why has no one stepped up to actually, put their balls on the table and say we're running? You know what I mean? I want to go against Trump. Now it seems that Democrats are all bullying or they're trying to, jump on top of Trump, but it's like, Republicans,
There's nobody else for them to jump on.
Sack up and run against this man on your ticket. Stop, being a yes man and step up and say, this is not how I feel and this is not how I feel my party should be ran. But instead they're like, you know what? No, he got it. Fuck it.
I think that's so kind of hard to believe.
That's
and
what
it
I've
feels
been
like some sort
saying.
of, not conspiracy, but it's like, it sounds a little fishy that there's no Republicans running against Trump.
Right.
As if like Hamza just said that there's probably a large majority of Republicans that hate Trump. Because although Trump might be helping the rich and, helping in monetary value, there's definitely a lot of people that think Trump is an idiot.
The whole Democratic debate just pissed me off. I mean, they've been arguing with, literally, they should call it the Bickering debates. Like we call ourselves the Bickering Brothers, literally. Because they just go back and forth at each other.
Can I talk about some highlights from it? I'm not going to go back and forth with you on like, this guy's better, this guy's better.
Oh, I don't even know who's fucking better. I don't care. Yeah.
Let's talk about the most cringe moments, okay?
Right.
First was the intros. Why is Amy Klobuchar still there?
I don't even know who the fuck Amy Klobuchar
Why
is.
she's the senator from Minnesota?
Right,
Why
well,
is she
nice.
there? Why is she there? Why did they take Tulsi Gabbard out, but they kept Amy Klobuchar? Why did they take out Marianne Williamson?
It's not that
and
they
kept
took
Amy
took
Klobuchar?
them out. Like, you have to get a certain amount of votes.
I'm pretty sure
you
Tulsi
have to get a
Gabbard was
certain amount of
leading
money.
in the polls a little bit more than Amy Klobuchar.
Well, clearly she didn't get that 2%.
That is ridiculous. So Amy Klobuchar in her intro comes out and says the most cringe. She has a couple cringe bars, by the way. She goes like, "I may not be the loudest here on stage, but we already know who that is in the White House. Houston, we have a problem." And I'm just like, get it? Because the Democratic debate was hosted in Houston. I was like, stop it. Okay? That was super cringe. And it made me all... That's the first 5 minutes of the debate out of 3 hours. And I was
You know
like,
what was
why
cringe
is she
to me?
here?
Andrew Yang.
Oh, let's talk
Andrew
about-
Yang is so
Did you
cringe
listen-
to me.
Did you listen to the intro?
No, I don't really care about the intro, but the things that he says just kind of blows my mind. I don't understand why he feels like stereotypes or somehow
like him
making
being
fun of
Asian?
himself is like something that's going to make the millennials laugh or the millennials want to vote
Not
for him.
millennials, but there's a lot of Asian people that
He was
could
bragging
vote for
about
him.
having $120,000. He bragged about knowing a bunch of doctors. He
All
even
right.
once said that the thing that America needs is an Asian guy who's good at math.
Yeah, that
Boy,
was
if you
the
don't
past
sit
debate.
your stupid ass down, don't nobody thinking about you. You want to
Okay.
give $1,000 to everybody in the
What do
country.
you
How you gonna
think
pay
about
for
this?
that?
What do you think about this? What do you think about this, real quick? So in his intro, he went completely unconventional. Instead of saying like, "I'm Andrew Yang, I'm running for this reason," he was like, "Fuck all that. Anybody that's watching this right now, prove to yourself that you could be an American that can make a change with $1,000."
Right.
The 10 Americans that go to yang2020.com right now and they sign up will get a chance to win $1,000 a month for an entire year. 10 Americans.
Nigga, it's not the lottery. Like, what do you mean? You get to
Is
win?
that a way of bribing?
That's
Is
what
that
I'm
is
saying.
that a way to bribe? Can we ask this question?
Yes, it is.
So they were talking about that. They were like, "Hey, can we penalize him for bribing?" But they were like, "Ah, it's not," because they didn't have to like pay to even be able to do that. They just sign up.
That's
but
not-
if they had to pay to sign up, then it would be bribing.
That sounds like a raffle or a promo to me,
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
That's something
But
like
you get to
do
win
on
$1,000?
Instagram.
But that's what works for Americans. That's what works for Americans.
Does
You saw
it?
the cheers that happened.
When has this ever
Think
worked
about
for
it like
Americans?
this. He got the most Twitter followers after that debate.
Yeah, but are people going to vote? It doesn't matter how many Twitter followers
But
you
he
get.
was
Are
trending
people
for hours
going-
on that debate, though.
That clearly does not mean shit.
Right.
Are you going to leave your house? Are you going to leave that screen that you sit in front of 24 hours in a day and actually go vote? That's what matters.
If you're the average American and the guy says you're going to make $1,000 a month for a year just to sign up,
Yeah.
people are going to do that. If they actually win, whether they do or do not,
You know
and
why?
And he matches that promise and keeps saying it, which he's been doing for the past 3 debates, people are going to want to vote
You know
for him
why people
because
are
they
not
want
going to do
that
that?
income.
People
But
are
they're not
lazy.
going to think about
People are
how
lazy.
he's going to make that money, how he's going to pay for it. He's saying it's going to be through the government.
Yeah.
You know, it's how.
Half of these people that you think are going to go vote for them aren't even registered to vote. That's what I'm saying. They're not even registered to vote. They're lazy to do that. They're not going to get up to go. They're going to be like, yeah, I'm with Andrew Yang. He's going to give us $1,000. Did you vote? I mean, I had work. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm over it. Well, like,
let's talk about your guy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your boy Joe Biden.
Joe
Shut
Biden
up,
literally.
Shut up.
Joe Biden
Shut up.
literally.
When we got lunch with Tony one time, you were so on Joe Biden, bro. You were like,
No.
"Why is Joe Biden not a good candidate?"
No.
He's
no.
amazing. This
You're
and that.
lying. You're lying to yourself.
not lying.
The
You're
reason
the one that
you
said
were,
that.
you guys were saying that Bernie Sanders was top notch, and I was telling you that Biden is literally leading the polls.
He is leading the
And
polls. He's still leading the polls.
That's all I was telling you guys.
He's still leading the polls.
And I was telling
but
you,
he is deteriorating as a man.
Okay,
that
but-
man
right.
is. But Julian Castro even called him out on his age and him
Right.
forgetting.
Well,
because
that's another
because Joe
thing. That's
Biden was like,
low-hanging-
hey, you
that's-
don't have to. You have to opt in. If you lost your job, then you have to go and buy in and opt in to
Right.
get the Medicare.
That's
and
also
then Julian Castro was like, hey, you said that.
Low-hanging fruit. You know what I think about low-hanging fruit, especially with comedians? Don't take something that you know is going to trigger the people to laugh when it doesn't really have any basis to it. You calling Joe Biden old, we all know Joe Biden's old. That's low-hanging fruit. I didn't even
Right.
really find that funny. However, I'm not on Joe Biden's side. I was just stating a fact.
Yeah, no, of
and
course.
the
I get
nuance,
that.
the
I get
nuance,
that.
not even just you or
I get
Tony or
that.
whatever, the nuance with people, even if I were to say, for example, right, I like what Trump did yesterday. I'm automatically going to be branded a Trump supporter.
Right.
Right? That's why I don't understand with today's America is you can't agree with a topic that someone says. You can't agree with
Because
a
they
point
automatically
someone
think that
makes.
you're
There is
riding for that
no
person.
nuance in America's thought now. So when I said that, I meant that Joe Biden does have a great record as to what he does. He is leading the polls. However, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are closely on his tails.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
And that's a fact.
Yeah.
I didn't state whether I liked him, whether I didn't like him. That's what I mean by like the whole
No, but
nuance
it's just
thing.
the way that you go about it, right? And this happens with everybody talking about politics. That's why I feel like the 3 main topics that are like always taboo that you don't want to bring up on like a first date or a first hangout is always like, or just any hangout in general, is religion, race, and then politics,
See,
and then
but that-
sex too. If
that's-
you really want to
that's
throw that
bullshit-
in there,
that's
right?
bullshit to me
because people get
because-
so hurt.
Because
and I'm
I'm
not
a
saying you
con-
got
yeah.
hurt, but literally when we were like, we kind of didn't attack you, but we were like, why do you want to go after Joe Biden? I think Joe Biden is not a good candidate. You're like, why do you think that? Why do you think? It's like
Because-
the way you come about it is
No,
like you're like
because
attacking.
that's the thing,
and it
because
made it seem like you're really defending Joe
I'm a
Biden.
contrarian in the sense that I don't like to believe what mainstream media or mainstream people think.
Right, you just wanna look at what he's saying and
in
get the
order
facts
for
out of that.
me to get objective answers from you, I need to push your buttons. I need to ask you who you think is going to win, and then I have to ask you why you think they're going to win. And if
Right.
you don't give me concrete answers, I'm not with it.
Yeah, there's no
That means-
argument
That
there.
means
I
you
get
don't.
that.
That means you don't truly understand why you're following this
Right,
guy.
right,
That's
right.
why I do the things that I do. You know what I mean?
No, I mean that makes sense. You're asking concrete questions.
Right, because
Yes.
I mean it's September.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm voting for. You know why? Because I'm listening to everything that everybody does.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna say, oh well, Biden was with Obama and I kind of mess with Obama, so I'm gonna vote for him. Or Bernie Sanders. Oh, I'm a kid in college. He's gonna get rid of my college tuition. I'm voting for him. No. Because I'm not a one policy voter.
Yeah.
That's not how things work for me. How are you going to make the American people better as a country, as a nation?
Yeah.
That's what we really need to look at. And as George R.R. Martin, one of our favorite TV shows, Game of Thrones, George R.R. Martin shows us that there are nuance to people. No one is black or white. Everything is gray.
Yeah,
So you could be a fucked up person today and do something very great tomorrow, and I can still be okay with what you did that was good.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's where we need to open our minds up more and actually look at the nuance in things.
There's a couple things like, so for Julian Castro, real quick, I'll just talk about the people that I feel like didn't really make it that far in this debate alone. Is like Julian Castro was kind of like, I think the entire thing I think people can realize is like Julian Castro is not leading that far in the polls at all. He's at like the 1% mark right now. But you could tell he's like, he needs to make some sort of like difference. A buzz, exactly. So that's why he's been attacking Joe Biden.
Yeah.
One thing he did say,
low-hanging fruit.
One thing he did say, which was very true, is like anytime anybody's like praising Obama, Joe Biden's always like, yeah, I was with him, I was vice president.
That's very
but
true.
anytime anybody like questions Obama or attacks Obama, he's always like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I had hesitations about that too.
Right.
That's what I don't like.
And it's like little things about Joe Biden where I'm like, I think he's still running in the polls so high because he's only affecting older people.
Bro, I've
that
always
are similar
said
to him
I
because
don't
he's
think-
super conservative.
I don't think we need another old white man.
We don't
as
need
president
another old
in the
man.
United States.
But the thing is, Bernie Sanders is a
that's
little
what I
bit more
think.
different from
I
just a
don't
regular
know,
old
bro.
white man.
I don't know. I don't know. And then how many years are you giving Bernie Sanders?
I'll give him at least 4, unless somebody else comes in and wants to take his place.
No,
He's
I'm saying
old as hell,
how
but
many
I
years
know
are you
that. I
giving him
understand.
physically? Physically,
Oh.
like how long
He
do
sounded
you think
pretty.
he's letting
He
him
sounded
cook?
pretty raspy there. That's another thing I think people realize.
Bro,
the
when
second
he
he started
does
talking,
this and his hands
bro,
start shaking,
he was
come on,
he was
bro.
raspy as hell, bro. When he said the word oligarch, I was like, damn, that shit hurt my soul, son.
I'm over this, bro.
It's like,
I gotta get
we
up outta
need-
here.
Yo,
Yeah,
there was a
but-
funny thing before we ended. I watched a video of him like in like Supreme Court. This was 40 years ago. The only difference between him then and now is he had yellow hair, right? Same rhetoric. He was like, we need to fight for healthcare. Okay, everybody needs to fight for healthcare.
That's the thing, right? He's consistent.
Yeah,
That's why
he's
people
very
like him.
consistent.
He's
And I think people need to realize that because you have to understand is that if he loses this, he cannot run again.
No.
And I want to give this man a chance because
Hey.
he's so consistent and he's actually for
Even
the
with
people.
that,
But
though-
people don't want to the people don't want him to be a president because he's a socialist.
So my last
and people
question
just
to
want a
you-
capitalist.
My last question
That's
to you
it.
is: Do
That's
you think
it.
he's gonna make any change, even if he gets 4 years? Even
It
if he
would, no,
gets 4
it
years,
would take 4 years for him for the change to start active to
Well,
be active.
Is that worth it? Is that worth it to get him, or is it worth it to just get a younger person who actually relates to you? I don't know who that would be, but
I honestly couldn't find anybody.
I don't
else on
know
that
if
debate stage.
another
I
old
honestly
white
couldn't
man.
find anybody on the debate stage that was like actually where I was like, I want this guy.
I
Not
don't know.
Beto O'Rourke, not Andrew Yang, because I have so many
Definitely
flaws
not
with
Andrew
UBI. Not Pete Buttigieg. He just sounds like a typical politician. He sounds like one of those smart frat guys who does amazing in school and just knows how to talk his way into shit.
I'm
Look.
just saying, I don't know.
That's all I can say about that.
I don't know about that.
But,
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I gotta get out of here. I got football to watch.
Yes, sir. But yeah, so for those of you watching, I hope you guys enjoy those topics. Comment, like, share, do all that stuff, but mainly comment. Let us know about what you think about this vaping crisis, about these iPhones, the trypophobia. Do you guys have trypophobia the way I do? Please tell me. Tell us about your debates, who you guys would be voting for, and all that fun stuff. And let us know about these Yeezy foam runners, okay? Real quick, social medias. You could follow us at Instagram and SoundCloud, Bickering Brothers Podcast. We have a Twitter now, too. You guys could follow us on Twitter. On YouTube, Bickering Brothers Podcast, as you may know. We are on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify now, so you can follow us on Bickering Brothers Podcast. We try to keep it consistent
Or
for
subscribe.
you guys. Or subscribe. And show love, okay? We are happy that you guys are here, tuned in for the second episode. And see if you want to say anything before we leave.
I don't know, bro. You kind of took it all over there, but nah. Honestly, just like Akhil said, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think because your feedback is very crucial to what we do here. So letting us know how to speak, what topics you guys want us to cover, all of that definitely helps us a lot. So I mean, if you guys are here for the long run, we're here to keep giving you guys fire content. So stay tuned.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what we do.
It goes a long way. We want you guys to be engaged. Let us know what topics you guys want to hear us talk about if you guys enjoyed this episode. And side note, do you want to do like an Amazon gift card giveaway or something like that?
No,
You know,
we'll keep
give
that in the
us
back
a-
burner.
we'll
We'll keep
keep
that
it
in the
back
pocket.
burner. Not
We'll keep
yet.
that in the
About to
pocket.
pull
Stay
an
tuned.
Andrew Yang.
Yeah,
Stay
pull an
tuned.
Andrew
Yeah,
Yang.
see, this man, bro. He out here trying to give $1,000 already. It's the second episode. Come on, yo. It be your own man's.
Yo, but thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Yes,
we are the
sir.
Bickering Brothers. Okay, we come here with unfiltered opinions, and we are your analytical assholes. And we hope that you tune in for episode 3.
Yes, sir. My name's Cephus.
My name is Akhil,
That is Akhil. And we out.
and we out. Peace out.
Peace.